Good day, students. Once I tell you, precaution is better than cure. So, take care of you as well as your family. Stay home and stay healthy and safe. Now starts our today's session. In today's session, we are going to discuss about components of an operating system. Before this, recall what we have learned in last session. In that, we learned what is system component. A system has large and complex, as an operating system can be divided into smaller pieces because a large number of functions and very large number of services, an operating system will become very large and complex. In such a situation, it becomes too necessary break down the operating system into smaller pieces. Each part or piece is called as component. That each part will handle their respective functions as well as services. There are some common system components. Those are process management, main memory management, file management, IO system management, secondary management, and networking management. Now we will see short the process management, main memory management, and file management because these three components we learned in previous session. Let's start. What is process management and their activities? A process is a program in execution. A process needs certain resources including CPU time, memory, files, and IO devices to accomplish its task. A process is the unit of work in a system. That means the activities which involves handling of a particular processes or process is known as process management. A process is a program under execution. For example, a compiler running some block of code is a process. A word processor running is a process. Printout sent to a printer is called processes. A process needs certain resources such as CPU time, memory, IO devices, and files to accomplish its task. These resources are provided when process is in running state. A program stored in a file on disk or written on a paper is not a process. It is a passive entity. Process is an active entity with a program counter that specifies the next instructions to execute. The execution of a process must be sequential. The CPU executes instructions one after another until the process completes. A process is the unit of work in a system. A system consists of a collection of processes. Some are operating system processes and rest are user processes. These all processes are executed concurrently. There are some activities of process management. These are process creation and deletions. These processes may be system processes or user processes. Process suspension and resumption. Provision of process synchronization and provision of process communication. It is the process management. Next, main memory management. Before explain main memory management, the operating system has two types of memories, that is primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory, which includes RAM, ROM, PROM. It is also called as main memory management. A memory is large array of words or bytes, each with its own address. It is main memory. The main memory is central to the operations of a modern computer system. RAM memory is major part of primary memory or main memory, which is large array of words or bytes. Each word or byte has its own memory address by which it is referred. Main memory acts as an interface between CPU and I/O devices and access the data very easily. The CPU processes data from disk. The data is first transferred to main memory by CPU generated I/O calls. When a program is to be executed, it must be mapped to absolute address and loaded in the memory. As the program executes, it accesses program instructions and data from memory by generating these absolute addresses. When the program is executed, these memory space are reused for the next program. Means allocation and deallocation, it is the part of main memory management. Many different memory management schemes are available to handle different situations. There are some activities of main memory management like keeping track of which part of main memory are currently used or by whom, deciding which processes are to be loaded into the main memory when memory space becomes available, allocating and deallocating memory space as needed. This is the main memory management. Now it's a file management. Computer can store information on several different types of physical media like magnetic tape, magnetic disc and optical disc. Each of these media has its own characteristics and physical organization. Each medium is controlled by the device and the device has unique characteristics or properties. The properties include access speed, capacity, data transfer rate, and access method. A file is a collection of related information defined by its creator or owner. Commonly, file represent program as well as data. Data file may be numeric, alphabetic, or alphanumeric. File consists of a sequence of bits, bytes, lines, or records whose meaning are defined by its owner or creator. Files are normally organized into directories to ease their use. There are some responsibility of file management that are creation and deletion of file, creation and deletion of directories to support primitives for manipulating files and directories, to map files onto secondary storage, and to backup files on secondary storage media. In today's session, we are going to discuss the I/O system management, secondary storage management, and networking management in detail. Let's see one by one in detail. First, we will see the secondary storage management. In main memory management, we saw the operating system provides two types of memory, that is main memory and secondary memory or secondary storage. Since main memory is volatile and too small to accommodate all data and programs permanently, the computer system must provide secondary storage to back up main memory. Means while program is running, it is necessary to keep instructions and data in primary or cache memory for the purpose of instant access. Also, memory is small and volatile. We cannot storage huge amount of data permanently in it. We may lose data if we try to store in main memory because because of this secondary storage is very much required to store data as well as program. Secondary memory is used to back up the primary memory. Secondary storage or secondary memory can be hard disk, floppy disk, magnetic tape, CD, DVD, HVD, pen drive, memory card. The data present in secondary device are in the form of bits and bytes. Most modern computer system uses disk as the principal online storage medium for both program as well as data. Because secondary storage is used frequently, it must be used efficiently or it will become a processing bottleneck. Every place or location in the storage device has got its own address where data is present or may not present. The collection or set of all addresses that are available to a program is known as address space. As the system main memory is too small to accommodate all data and program and its data is lost when power is switched off. That is called as a main memory is volatile. Therefore, the computer system must provide secondary storage to back up the main memory. The operating system is responsible for the activities of secondary storage management. These are managing free space exists on secondary storage device, that is free space management. Second, that is the storage allocation, means allotment of storage space when new files have to be written or create. And last, disk scheduling, that is setting up or scheduling the request for memory accesses. These are the common activities of secondary storage management. Next, we are discuss the IO system management. IO system management is a major function of an operating system which manage input-output system exclusive of hardware. In short, it hides the peculiarities of specific hardware devices from the user. IO devices with device drivers and its supporting system. The input-output subsystem hides the complexity of hardware devices from the user. Only the device driver knows the peculiarities of the specific device to which it is assigned. IO devices must be utilized properly so they will be utilized maximum. So operating system keep track of IO devices to assign jobs to it. When IO devices are busy and job is in process, then data are kept in the buffer and even some other techniques called as spooling are used. The functions and responsibilities of IO system management component of operating systems are a memory management component that includes buffering, caching, and spooling. Means input-output operation management performing buffering, caching, and spooling on the data for the temporary data storage. Because When IO devices are busy, that time the data are stored on buffer, cache and pool. Next, a general device driver interface, hiding complexity of IO devices from user. To keep IO devices continuously busy. Memory management for IO devices. Provide device driver interface for hardware devices. These are the activities of IO system management. And last, that is the networking management. Nowadays, network is very vast and vital in day-to-day life. Because of networking, we can easily do our tasks in home by clicking one button. So, the technology used to connect multiple computers in a network is known as networking. A network may contain similar or dissimilar machines. Networking technology allows multiple computers to get connected to each other. A distributed system can be referred as a collection of processors that do not share the computer resources like memory, peripheral devices, and clock. The communication that takes place among processors through communication line is referred as network. It is important to consider routing strategies, connections and security related data while designing the system. There is a difference in the function that are provided by operating system in case of standalone machine and network system. Operating system take care of data sharing, data sending, data receiving and routing data. For data sharing, data sending, data receiving and routing, a protocol is responsible for transmitting data from one computer system to another or from one network system to another network system. A processes communicate with one another through communication lines is called as network. The communication network design must consider routing and connection strategies and the problems of contention and security. There are some activities of networking. Those are to transmit data or send data from one network to other or vice versa. That is to take care of data sharing in the network, to transmit data or send data from one network to other, to receive data from one network to another network machine, and last to perform routing of the data in the network. These are all the system components. Today we learn IO system management, secondary storage management and networking management. Thank you.